What's up, you guys? My name is Wolfie, and welcome back to another Motivational Monday. And yes, the last Motivational Monday was very... I got sad at the end, and I apologize for that. But, like I said to a bunch of people, I just needed to get things off my chest, and everyone was so supportive about what I said and everything that I said. And everybody helped, they told ways of helping. It was just, I loved to see that instead of people getting mad or upset or being like, oh no, it's so terrible, instead you guys boosted me back up. You gave me more motivation. And as of recording this, I missed another video today. It's been a lot of upload funkies, but I'm doing a vlog right after this to clear everything up. So, and I don't know if the vlog will be today, like Motivational Monday, right after it, like a couple hours, or if it'll be its own video Tuesday. I'm explaining too much. I just need to get into the motivation. So, this is about it. Kiera the Nico asked, an idea for a Motivational Monday could be self-discovery. For example, beliefs / morale or sexuality. Self-discovery is... in our society today, you can pretty much self-identify as anything. And as much as sometimes it can be ridiculous, other times it all depends on the person. I don't want to put like column down my own ideas, because anyone should be happy with whatever they decide and whatever they want. But at the same time, I do think some things are ridiculous, because when you say self-discovery, I'm guessing you mean more of like if someone finds out that they're gay or lesbian, or that they're a man trapped in a woman's body, or vice versa, or what are the other ones? Transgender, things like that. And like I said, I'm guessing you meant that, and you also said beliefs in morality, or did you? Phone, tell me. Yeah, beliefs in morale. So I'm guessing you also mean like Christianity, Muslim, Judaism, things like that. I said Muslim wrong, but I want to stick with what I said first, and then I'll address the other things. I think it's a little ridiculous when some people go out of hand, like they can say I self-identify as a cat, and then they can change everything to become a cat. While I see that as ridiculous, others see it as normal. And then others see other things ridiculous, like knowing that you're gay or lesbian, whereas I see that as be happy, be what you want to be. And I keep having to look back at it because I keep forgetting about it. Self-discovery is it's a funny thing. A lot of people say they don't discover themselves, like their true them, and who they need to be and who they are and all this other stuff, until either their mid-30s, early 30s, late 30s, like in the 30 time range, or when they have kids. Those are the two big things that people always say. You know, I was a different person then, or oh, I never knew who I was until I had kids, things like that. So self-discovery is a very funny thing, because as much as someone can go out and say, oh, I'm this or that, most of the time you don't really know. And a lot of times people say these things when they're teenagers, and studies have been done that when you're a teenager, things seem like an eternity. Say you get hurt, somebody bullies you, you feel so bad, and that's why so many teens commit suicide, because your mind is not completely developed yet. So for some reason in your mind, you believe that this pain will last forever, and you couldn't imagine this pain lasting forever, when in reality it'll be gone in a week, or hell, like the longest it'll take is 5 years, something like that. That's why most people do these things when they're teenagers, because they don't know what they are. They're still figuring it out. And everybody says, oh, you might also find yourself in high school. I don't believe that happens to anybody. You can peak in high school. I peaked in high school. But, no. You can peak in high school. But if somebody's like, oh yeah, I know who I am. I know. Yeah, I knew when I was 14. I was amazing then. I mean, that's just stupid. I'm sorry, that's just stupid. You're too young to figure that out. Even I'm too young to figure that out. My brother is 24. He's too young to figure that out. I don't think, like, that's what I'm saying. It's a very strange thing. Because you don't know until you know. But so many times you're like, oh, I feel very comfortable with myself right now. This must be it. When you don't realize you could become even more comfortable with who you are. And when it comes to beliefs, there's hairs everywhere, and they keep landing, like, specifically on this part of my lip. I don't know why. Anyways, beliefs is a funny thing too, because I believe that anyone should believe in what they want to, what makes them happy. I do believe that sometimes it can go overboard, because most people might think that I'm thinking about, what are they called? Terrorists, like suicide bombers. That's the word I'm looking for. When in reality, yes, those are extreme, those are erratic Muslims and extremists. And yes, that is too far, but at the same time, there's that in every religion. There can be an erratic extremist Christian, erratic extremist Jew. That's a heavy word. I don't mean it to take the connotations that it does. It's just that I couldn't say erratic extremist Judaism. That's the religion, not the person who is part of the religion. Any religion can do it. Even, I don't know why, but even Buddhists could do it. I don't think that they would, because they're very zen and, they don't like to hurt people, but there's always one of them. And I don't think that you should let other people pick things like that for you. You should never let anybody pick any kind of self-discovery for you, especially something like your beliefs. Because I was raised to be, all about Jesus and God, and I was raised as a Catholic. And then when I moved to Virginia with my mother, she turned into a Presbyterian? No. Pentecostal. She turned into a Pentecostal. I knew it started with a P. You always remember those PPs. She became a Pentecostal, and then we also did, because we were young. And it was up to her, I guess, which I don't like. So now that I've gotten older, I've made my own decision, and I've found that a lot of religions are the same. A lot of people get mad at me for saying that, but believe what you want to. Every religion to the core is the same. There's always some kind of God, and there's always a way you have to believe in them. And there's always some kind of, I think I hear sirens. There's always some kind of extreme, crazy thing in this book that everyone has that tells you to do something. Like in the Bible, it says things like, to get as extreme as I can remember, you can't cut your hair, like, ever. That's not something you're supposed to do. You can't wear clothes with fabric. Or not fabric, cloth, is it? Something like that. So that's, and then there's also the Quran and things in there, but I don't know near as much about the Quran, because again, I was I was raised as a Catholic, so I know more about the Bible and things like that. But don't let anybody believe anything for you. Don't let anyone discover anything for you. You need to decide for you, and honestly, take your time with it. Don't try to rush into any group you can find, or anything you can find, because when you find who you really are, you're really gonna love them. And then Primal asked, for the next Motivational Monday, can you talk about self-consciousness and how to fix it? I wanted to do two self things. If you noticed, the two things I always pick for each episode are at least somewhat similar. And I like to do that because then while I'm rambling on about this one topic, I can talk about the next one when I'm done with the other one. And self-consciousness, it's so hard to deal with because I could be that person that says, get over it. And a lot of people are going to tell you that. But usually people are mostly self-consciousness deals with people being self-conscious about their bodies or how they look. I was very self-conscious about my acne. I don't think you can see it right now, but I have a few scars here and there. I have a big patch of scars here from my acne, and I was extremely self-conscious about it. I didn't think any kind of girl wanted that, and then come to find out, well, there's a lot that were always after me. I was self-conscious about my body too. I'm very self-conscious when I swell, because it doesn't feel good, and I don't feel like myself, so I'm very self-conscious about that. But other people may be self-conscious about hell anything. Their shoes, their money, their car, their, like I said, looks, body, hair. I'm looking at my camera. Eyes, eyebrows, ears, nose, teeth, lips. You name it. Anybody. Penis. Anyone can be self-conscious about that. But it relays back to the self-discovery. At some point in your life, any kind of thing that might be temporarily self-consciously devastating, like my acne, will be gone. And then there might be other things like your body that you can change, and then there might be other things like your face that you can only do certain remedies to. But first off, everyone's beautiful the way they are, and the only reason other people pick on you, other people pick on you or make you feel self-conscious is because they're either jealous or they're more self-conscious than you are. That's just truth and reality of it all. And I just had something else and I completely forgot it. Like I said with the self-discovery, when you get older, so much will be like, wow, why did I worry about that then? You know, it makes you think just how menial some things are, especially when you're a teenager. And I can't talk too much about that because I'm still a teenager, so there's still a few things. I mean, I had to grow up very young because my mother's first ex-husband, I guess. Our first stepfather, I don't consider him that. I would call him my mother's ex-husband. The one that she married after my dad. He would screw with me and my brothers, and so that made us grow up. And then when he would stop doing stuff like that, and I was finally able to become a kid, be a kid, right when I was about to be able to be a kid, I started swelling. I started getting this disease that no one where I lived had ever heard of or knew about. And then I had to grow up with that too. So I grew up very young. I matured very young. And although I act like an idiot and a dumbass in my videos, I feel like I'm very mature because I can deal with serious issues and I can take things on like that. And when the time comes that someone needs to step up, I have no problem doing things like that. It's just that it's so much more fun to be stupid and act stupid and say stupid things, and I love to, and I love making you guys laugh. But getting way off subject, getting back on track, I had to grow up very young, so I wasn't too self-conscious about things that most people are. Plus, I don't want to be cocky, but I'm not the worst looking guy, and I'm very fit. So like I said, the acne was one thing that killed me, and I washed my face like twice a day with Proactive Extra Strength. And it was so bad with my brothers that one of them had to get like a shot or something, and it had so many side effects. And then and then my other brother, he had such bad acne too that, oh my god, he went to do the thing that my last brother did because it made them go away, this shot. And the doctor was like, oh no, we don't use that anymore because the military uses it now. And I was like, what the hell was in that killed acne that the military uses now? Do they like drip a little bit into their nukes? Like, holy shit, what kind of medicine does the military all of a sudden take from the public? That's just crazy to me. So I don't know. But self-consciousness, I believe that everyone should be the most comfortable in the skin that they need to be, and that's why self-discovery is such a big thing. You discover what's best with you, and you'll be the most comfortable and conscious person that you can be, and no one can break you down. Because when people say stuff about me now, I don't really care. And it's also the maturity growing up thing that really helps. So, when it comes to self-consciousness, just know you're beautiful and perfect however you are. And if anybody's being a problem, then just know they suck. I mean, plain and simple. They suck, and it's not true. But that's all I've got for self-consciousness. I didn't want to ramble too much. And I'm really happy to be doing Motivational Mondays without sadness. Oh yeah, I have a bunch written on my hand. I have to remember a bunch of stuff. No, I'm not. I can't remember things too well. Leave me alone. Videos, like I said, have been wonky, and I've been very MIA. I've been doing a lot. Since of the 2 weeks I've moved, I've been busy every single freaking day, and I've either not been able to record, not been able to edit, or not been able to upload, which is why schedule's been so wonky. And I'm sorry, and I apologize for that. And like I said, I'm gonna do a vlog talking everything about it. I should get an Ethernet cable soon. That'll fix it, and then everything should be back to normal soon. But that was Motivational Monday, I think number 6. What do you say, computer? That's episode 5. Yeah, number 6. Wow. That means I've already been doing this little series for over a month and 2 weeks. That's crazy. I have to record the next reading your comments video too. Forgot about that. But yeah, I hope you guys really liked it. I hope it helped anybody who needed. Thank you so much for the ideas, and if you guys have any, please let me know. But for now, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Tom and ya. Every time I start going too fast, I'm like